Hello, and welcome to Quick Charge by Electrek. I'm Mikey G, and it's Saturday, November 5th. Tesla is offering to cover the cost of a missing EV incentive for customers in Germany. Tesla is seeking rapid growth in the market now that Gigafactory Berlin is producing vehicles locally. Surprisingly, a report came out in September that stated that Tesla is aiming to increase sales in 2022 to total 80,000 units in the country. That would be quite ambitious, considering that Tesla was just short of 35,000 as of September. And the clock is ticking, considering that starting next year, the country is significantly reducing its EV incentives, cutting 2,000 to 1,500 euros depending on the vehicle price. In order to provide some peace of mind to potential customers, Tesla sent out a communication to prospective buyers and people with vehicles on order in Germany, confirming that if they place the order right now, that Tesla can't secure the delivery by the end of the year, they will cover the difference in the cost of the EV incentive being reduced. Subaru said that it has no plans to build its electric cars in the United States because they claim they cannot compete with McDonald's $20 an hour starting wage. Yep, that's what they said. Subaru currently operates a vehicle assembly plant in Indiana where they employ about 6,000 workers to produce the Ascent, Impreza, Legacy, and the Outback models. But now, in comments about the company's latest financial results, CEO Tomomi Nakamura said, quote, "In Indiana, part-time workers at McDonald's earn $20 to $25 per hour, which is in competition with what temporary workers make at our plant. If we were to build a new plant, it would be very difficult to hire new people for that. Labor costs are rising now. It is quite challenging for us to secure workers for our Indiana plant, including those of our suppliers." Now, this would be concerning. However, one must bear in mind that Subaru is not only one of the smaller car companies compared to the others, but is also riding on the coattails of Toyota. And as a result, Subaru has only one electric vehicle model, the Solterra, that will never really reach Tesla-scale production in the first place. Officials from Japan are expressing concerns over the new U.S. EV tax credit requirements that kick in at the end of the year. According to a report from Kyodo News Agency, Japan will soon submit a request for added flexibility in the U.S. EV tax credit for foreign automakers. Furthermore, the Japanese government will also ask for its country to be included in the critical mineral tax requirements that currently includes the U.S. free trade nations. This news comes shortly after a statement suggesting that the South Korean officials are pushing a 3-year grace period to allow automakers to receive the EV tax credit until they get their operations in the States up and running. Just recently, the European Union also asked for similar considerations, as this tax credit has clearly sent waves across the oceans. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and insert my opinion time right here. Japanese EV makers shouldn't be all that worried, considering most of them don't have plans to sell that many EVs in the U.S. anyway. Let's go ahead and go down the list. Toyota and Subaru only have made one short run of their electric vehicle, and Toyota has no plans to increase its current poultry production for 2 years from now. Honda does have an electric vehicle coming, but it's made in partnership with GM, so it'll likely qualify for a little bit more of the current incentives. Mazda does have an EV, but it's so bad that its monthly sales in the U.S. are in the single digits. Nissan might be making an effort with their Ariya model that's coming out later. It's not a bad car, but they have no production numbers that we can look forward to. Mitsubishi has no EV plans that I can find, and I'm just going to guess that they will rebadge a car from Nissan or Renault. So there you have it, the bleak outlook for Japanese EV imports in the USA. If we use a ballpark of 10,000 units from each of these car companies once a year, and we also give Mazda the benefit of the doubt and say they sold 1,000 of their microwave on wheels, this 51,000 annual rate is still less than 1/2 of what Tesla does in 1 month. I really don't think that the tax credits need to change in order to accommodate the small Japanese imports. If you want to take it from a different angle of trade fairness or something else, then yeah, that makes sense. But hey, if you drive a Japanese electric vehicle, you are in an exclusive club. Not bad cars, by the way. I've driven 3 of them so far, but I'm trailing off. I'm sorry. Lucid Motors announced that on November 15th, it will launch a global event called In the Air and Beyond, in which they will debut the final 2 trim levels of their flagship sedan, the Air Pure and Air Touring. Since there's not much else to talk about today, I guess that's it. Honda's leadership wants to make their EVs exciting without being too traditional. During an interview with Car and Driver, Honda CEO Toshihiro Mibe and the head of electrification, Shinji Aoyama, threw cold water on the idea of including a simulated manual transmission for its future EV lineup, something that has been explored by both Dodge and Toyota. Aoyama calls the idea of adding a fake manual transmission like an extension of active sound control, adding that he's not a fan of the artificial solution, claiming that Honda will look for other ways to make their EVs enjoyable. Honda's executives agree that they want